So welcome to the season premiere of Dining for Two. Today we have a special guest. Oh, that's me. We're going to interview me, and we're going to be asking questions that you guys have asked, and also some questions that my cameraman asked, because he's kind of nosy.
Kind of nosy? Asshole.
Alright, so the way this thing's just going to work, with future references and also this one, ask questions about everything and anything, and let's see what they say. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just interview a bunch of different people, and hopefully you kind of enjoy it. The first question I'll always ask is, did somebody go vegan? And then from there, we just freeball it. So let's start. This was kind of hard for me to interview myself, but I made it happen. I'm sorry it took so long. Alright, question time. So for the first question from me, and from a lot of people, is why did I go vegan? So I'm gonna let my second Andre take over. It actually started a long time ago when I was in community college. My professor at the time, we were teaching an ethics class, and he had a little presentation after class for extra credit, and I was failing, so it was kind of like, I gotta go get the extra credit. So I ended up going after the class, and it was a presentation about the ethics of eating animals. They had one guy for it, and then my professor was against it. And yeah, it was pretty much simple. Like, he laid it out logically, morally, ethically, everything, and then I had no choice but to. Mainly too because the guy that was for it had no real reason to do it.
Was it Dr. Mark?
No, who's Dr. Mark?
Of anthropology.
Oh no.
He was the bald guy who was
Shaky?
from New York.
Yeah, he was funny, but he, like I said...
He was probably talking about, like, cavemen having, like, fucking... Yeah.
We ate this way all the time. Let's do it again.
We also shat in our hands and clubbed each other with rocks.
So then, yeah, basically that was it. I came home that night and was like, on my way driving home, I was like, alright, I'm just gonna go vegan. And then that night I had a torta made of carnitas, which is pork, pig. But I remember thinking, like, if I'm gonna do this, I had to eat out my fridge. So, like, the next couple months I was eating whatever was in my freezer that no one else would eat except me, that was meat. And at the same time, I was going to restaurants and eating any vegan option they had, or at least vegetarian. And then also going to, like, places like grocery stores and finding vegan stuff and trying all their products to see what I like first, you know? And most of the stuff was pretty good. Some of it was nasty, so I, obviously didn't get it or keep getting it. So it kind of helped out that I actually, tried to just start different vegan stuff to see what I liked and what I liked best. That way, when I went officially vegan, I was going to already have a bunch of stuff that I know that I can go get, at least to eat. Oh, and then I went to, like, the professor's office hours, which I've never done for any professor before. Mainly to ask him what, advice he had and where he goes to eat. And he told me, like, 20 minutes away from the college, we had, like, the largest vegan grocery store in the world, which is nuts, in the middle from Rancho Cucamonga.
Yeah.
And yeah, he told me another, like, a restaurant that was right by too, and I tried that and it was really good. So it was pretty easy. I didn't go vegetarian at all. I just went cold turkey straight to vegan. May 22nd was, like, my last day, and that last day I actually went to, I had, like, my last meat meal, and it was in San Diego, so I drove, like, 3 hours just to have this freaking burger. And yeah, then I went vegan the next day and haven't looked back. What a story. Alright, so the second question I got for you is, how did you deal with non-vegan family meals? This was asked by Courtney. Well, yeah, at first it was really hard because, like, I remember, like, if it was, like, my dad's birthday or my mom's birthday, they usually would, like, make a big deal out of where I would want to go. So they would just say, like, oh, we'll go eat wherever you can eat. And then, like, like I ended up having to choose, which kind of sucked because I felt like it's their birthday, they should choose wherever they want to go. And they kind of, I don't know, they put more pressure on me where I'd rather have it just they choose, and if I can eat there, cool. If not, I'll just eat chips or whatever, or just drink. I mean, I just wanted to be there for, you know, them, and like for them to have their, you know, whatever they wanted, basically. So it was kind of getting difficult for a while. And even now, like, that's why I try not to go that much anymore. And then also too, not that many people invite if they know I'm not gonna be able to eat there. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, pretty much if there's people there and they're eating whatever, like, I don't like it, but I mean, I can't force them to eat vegan stuff, so I just eat my food and whatever. Yeah, I've lost a lot of friends. A lot of family members. No, yeah, really, I just keep to my own right now. Alright, so for the third question is by Milid, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but it says that she would like to know how many people on my family are vegan. When I first started, nobody. It was just me and me alone. But eventually, like, I guess the way I kept going and people thought it was a phase, it kind of stopped. So luckily it never stopped. And I ended up getting one of my cousins, she decided to go vegan, and she was still in high school, so that was pretty cool. But, you know, she kind of, because for a while, like, when I first started, people were just like, why are you doing it? So, you know, I would tell them, you know, basically I would, if I can live without even killing an animal, I would do it. So she kind of took that to heart, and she ended up doing it, and she still is vegan, so that's pretty cool. Then I got my best friend and his mom. I influenced them to do it, mainly because she had like a big health scare, and so she decided to do it. And my friend said he would always do it, but he was just too lazy because, you know, he didn't want to cook anything, so he just ate whatever his mom made him. But now that she went vegan and she was gonna start cooking, he was like, well, I have no excuse now, so he decided to actually, you know, go with it, and they're both still vegan. It's almost been 2 years for them, I think, or 3, so that's pretty tight. And then my wife finally went vegan like 3 years after. Actually, because of this book. That was actually Ruby Roth's book. Yeah, we watched Earthlings, Forks Over Knives, Food Matters, Food Inc. Like, we watched every documentary there was, and like, she was crying more than I was, but she never actually went vegan until she read the children's book by Ruby Roth. Simple pictures, cute pictures. And yeah, she read one of the books, and then like a week later she went vegetarian, and then a couple months after that, probably like 5 months, then she finally went vegan, beginning of this year, in 2015. So she's been vegan for about 5 months already. And yeah, I don't think she's looking back. Hopefully she still likes it. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much the only people that are vegan that are in my family. So 2 plus the best friend, which is family to me, so 3. How did your family react when you told them you were vegan? As far as my wife, I remember telling her, she just thought like it would be a phase. It's kind of funny because like when I first told her, she was like, oh man, please don't tell me I have to go vegan. It's kind of cool because like she was honest enough to like tell me she didn't want to. But if I would have said yeah, I think she would have went vegan, even though I know she wouldn't want to. So that was kind of cool. That's probably like the best reaction I got. My family, like my mom and dad, they kind of just, my mom was just like whatever, she didn't care. I was like, okay. She just asked why, you know, and like kind of just wondered why, but that was pretty much it. She kind of knows I'm a weird kid, so she just thought it was just another weird thing I was doing. My dad had more questions. It was kind of funny because like my dad would always tell me to stop eating because I would always overeat, he would say. So he'd be like, man, like you're eating too much. And then ever since I went vegan, he's been trying to feed me ever since. Like, he always tells me I'm not eating enough. So, like, even if I'm just eating, like, a big old plate of rice and vegetables or something, and, like, he'll try to give me more vegetables. Or, like, he's just like, here, eat this or eat this. This is good for you, you know? And it's kind of funny because before he would always tell me stop eating. Except one time, we went, for my birthday, we went to an all-vegan restaurant. And that's when he finally saw how much I could eat and how I eat normally when he's not there. And yeah, he was pretty shocked. Like, that was probably the time where he was like, okay, this guy I can eat now. Like, he's eating enough. But like every time we go to a restaurant where I can't eat that much, you know, like, he knows I'm not eating, like, I'm not full, so he always tries to feed me. But yeah, that was pretty much it. All the other people, like, I thought there would be more people like outraged. Like, one of my cousins, who me and him both, like, if you ever thought we would ever go vegan, like, that'd be the last people on earth that would. Because we would just eat just filth all the time. And yeah, I thought he would ask me more questions. Like, I thought he'd be more shocked. Like, you know, but no, everyone was just like, okay, whatever, weirdo. Like, you'll be done soon. And I wasn't, so. Do you bring food or do they cook for you at family gatherings? Alright, so like on my dad's side, normally I just bring food. Like, most of the time that I'm with my dad is usually like the big holidays, like, you know, Christmas and stuff like that. So normally I would just bring my own food. If it's like a party, there's a place right next to him called One Veg World in West Covina. I usually just go there and then take it and then go back to my dad's house and eat while they're eating there. Because yeah, they don't really know much about it, or I wouldn't even trust them to cook anything for me. And for my mom's side, she's more like, she'll save a spot for me on the grill, like if we're barbecuing, you know, like she'll put aluminum foil on it and stuff, and like I can put like some burgers or hot dogs or something there. She'll look at it funny, but like, yeah, I'd bring my food most of the time too, because they don't, their whole house doesn't have any vegan stuff. Like, since I live on my own, it's a lot easier just for me to bring the food. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I usually just bring it and then cook it. Like, I try to bring, the thing that noticed to help me more was like figure out what they're eating, because like sometimes they'll eat like a pizza, or like they're having a pizza party, so I'll just try to bring a vegan pizza. That way it doesn't look as weird, or it's not as weird, like they won't ask them any questions. But I would never bring a salad, but like let's say I brought a salad and they're eating barbecue, like they're gonna think, look at these freaking vegans, you know? So I try to, they're gonna bring a burger, then I'm bringing burgers. Hiram Camillo on Instagram asked, do you Instagram while you're pooping on the toilet? Yeah. Yeah.
Who the fuck doesn't, dude?
Alright, so yeah, I'll check Instagram while I'm pooping. You know, like I'll definitely look and double tap stuff, you know, so most of the time if I'm liking your photos. But I'll never, I have a rule, like I'll never post anything while I'm pooping, because that's just weird. I think, yeah, that's just not cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to post a picture of food and I'm like on the toilet and it's just trying to edit it, trying to make it look good, and the smells that no, I can't do that. Alright, we got another question from Ron Paul Girls. What a name. Have you ever ran your macronutrient ratios like with Chronometer?
Yeah.
Next question!
Yeah.
Alright, Chris says, I'm curious to know, how long have you been vegan? I'm on my vegan nursery, or vegan anniversary.
Vegan anniversary, yeah.
My anniversary of being vegan is May 22nd, and it was already, this is 2015, so this May, in a couple days, will be 4 years. So what's that, 2011? So yeah, May 22, 2011 was when I became vegan. And yeah, for life. Okay. Tabitha asked, why do you talk with such a soft voice? Heard that before.
You sound like Tina Felcher. That's what you said. Jimmy Jr. Like you don't want to have. Welcome to Unhealthy Vegan. Yeah.